Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions of Betcraft. Okay, it's another very beautiful Monday morning, and once again we have our games going on across the globe, and amongst this many that's going on, we were able to select a few that we look into before bringing it forward for you. But before we head on, we look at how we fared yesterday. We saw that yesterday we had a very wonderful outing, seeing that all the matches that we predicted yesterday just came out the same way we predicted it. Absolutely correct predictions yesterday. It was 6 out of 6, two tickets of all Sussex. Congratulations to all of you who took part in that very game. Yeah, I know by now you'll be smiling to the bank. All right, kudos to all of you. And today, once again, we'll go again and we'll have these games lined up. But before we do that, before we start looking at these matches, I want to use the opportunity to ask those folks who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly take our time to do so right now, so that you won't be missing out on our subsequent games that will always come on this very channel on a daily basis. Also remember to turn on the notification button so that you will not be missing out. All right, you'll be notified each time we make our video. All right, remember to like and as well share. Okay, and without further ado, let's get to the business of today. And today we'll have two tickets as usual, and each of these tickets contains 3 matches. And we'll be starting with the very first match for the first ticket, and it starts with a game in the Turkish Super League, where we'll have Istanbul Başakşehir who will be up against Kasımpaşa. Okay, and we'll look at recent statistics for both sides. We'll see that for the home side, Başakşehir have actually won 3 matches in the last 6 games that they have. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss. And when you look at the away side, Kasımpaşa, they've also had the same, 3 wins, 2 draws, as well as 1 loss in the last 6 games that they have so far. So looking at how these two teams fared from home and away perspective, you could see that playing from home, the home side Başakşehir have actually won 5 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 4 draws and have lost 1 in the last 10 home games that they had so far. And away side Kasımpaşa, on the other hand, playing from away, have done so well, having been able to achieve 4 victories in the last 10 away games, and they've also had 5 draws and losing just 1 match. And that loss came in the match against Istanbul Başakşehir, where Başakşehir won by 4 goals to 1 on that occasion. Okay, and when you look at how this season is fared from head-to-head basis, you can see that Istanbul Başakşehir have actually been quite dominant of this very tie, winning 9 times, winning 8 times out of 10 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. But also quite prominent is the fact that the meeting between these sides always produce lots of goals. 9 times out of 10 they've actually seen over 2.5. So in this very encounter, we resort to goals values, and we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very one. And over 2.5, that's our value for this very encounter. All right, that takes us to the next game for today, and it is in Portugal, where we'll have in the Portugal Premier League, where we'll have Vitória Setúbal will be coming up against our Nacional. Okay, Setúbal in the last 6 have won 2 matches out of those 6 recent games, and they've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss. And the way side Nacional have won 2 games, losing 3 as well as 1 draw in the last 6 matches that they have so far. So when you look at how these two teams are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, Vitória Setúbal, have been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 draws and 1 loss in the last 10 home games that they had. That tells you that 70% of the home matches that they had have actually produced a win for the home side. They're doing so well from home. And away side Nacional, in the last 10 away games that they have so far, have been able to manage just 3 draws in the last 10 away games, but have lost 7 matches out of those 10 away games that they have so far. That tells you that this team is not the best side playing from away. They lose a lot of matches, and as a matter of fact, the last 5 away matches that they had saw them losing all 5 away games. So that tells you a lot about this very side. And even though the last time both teams met was in 2021, and we saw Nacional winning from home on that occasion, but in this very one, we know Vitória Setúbal is in fine form, especially when playing from home, and we expect to see a win for the home side in this very one. Home win, that's what value for that very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next game for today. It is in Italian Serie A. We'll have Inter Milan who will be up against Como. Okay, Inter Milan in the last 6, as we know, they've won 5 games out of those 6 matches and losing 1 match in the last 6 matches that they had so far. And Como, on the other hand, have won 1 game and they've had 3 draws, and also but have lost 2 matches in the last 6 games that they had at the same time. So when you look at how these two teams are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that playing from home, Inter Milan have done well, after actually winning 7 games in the last 10 home matches and also having 2 draws and 1 loss. And away side Como only have 1 win to their name, and also they've had 4 draw and they've lost 5 times in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And the last time both teams met was actually in 2012, and Inter won from away on that occasion. But in this very one, we definitely expect Inter Milan, who will be looking to, close the gap, between them and Atlanta, Atlanta and Napoli. They'll be looking to top the table, so they want to use the opportunity to win this very encounter. So it is their home side to win outright. That's what we expect in this very one. Okay, and that concludes the first ticket for today. I wish you the very best of luck. But we will head to the next ticket of the day, and the second ticket of the day starts with the game also in Italian Serie A. We'll have Fiorentina who will be up against Udinese. Okay, Fiorentina in the last 6 games, as usual, they've been able to win 3 matches. They've had 2 draws, but have lost once in the last 6 games that they have so far. And away side Udinese have won just 1 game, 1 draw, but have lost 4 matches in the last 6 games that they have so far. And looking at how these two teams are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Fiorentina have done so very well from home. They're in fine form, having won 8 matches in the last 10 home games that they have so far, and also having 2 draws out of those. And Udinese, the away side, on the other hand, have managed 2 wins, 2 draws, but have lost 6 matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And when you look at how they fared on head-to-head basis, you could see that the last time they met, it was a 2-2 draw. Fiorentina played from home on that very occasion, but Fiorentina have been, quite actually in the last 5 meetings for both sides have seen Fiorentina winning twice, as well as Udinese winning twice, and then 1 draw. But in this very encounter, judging by the recent form and the home form of Fiorentina, we'll definitely expect the home side to take the day in this very one. And it is Fiorentina to win outrightly, home win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next game for today. It is in Romania League 1, where we have CSM Iasi who will be up against FCSB. Okay, looking at how these two sides are fared in recent games, you could see that for the home side, CSM, they've had 1 win, but also they've had 3 draws as well as 2 losses. And the away side, FCSB, have won 3 games, 2 draws, but have also had 1 loss in the last 6 matches that they have so far. When you look at how they fared, from home and away basis, you can see that playing from home, CSM, the home side, have managed to achieve 4 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 4 draws and 2 losses in the last 10 home games that they have so far. And away side, FCSB have won 5 games from away, 3 draws, but also they've lost 2 matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And looking at how they fared on head-to-head basis, you can see that the last time they met, it was CSM who won from away on August this year by 1-0. But actually looking closely, you could see that 8 games out of the last 10 meetings for both sides have reached lots of goals. But in this very one, we definitely we expect to see a minimum of 2 goals appearing in this very encounter. It is an over 1.5. That's our verdict for this very game. And that takes us to the next game for today, which is going to be the last for today and the last for the second ticket. It is in England League 1, where we have Crawley Town who will be facing Birmingham City. Crawley Town in the last 6 have had 2 wins, 1 draw, but have lost 3 matches in the last 6 matches that they have so far. On the away side, on the other hand, Birmingham, 6 out of 6, they have won all the 6 games that have had so far. And when you look at how those teams fared from home and away perspective, the 2 teams, you see that the home side, Crawley Town, have won 2 matches from home. They've also had 2 draws in the last 10 home matches that they had so far, but have lost 6 games as well. And when you look at the away side, Birmingham City, they have been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 away games. They also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. And when you look at the last time they met, Birmingham won from home by 5-1. And in this very encounter, we expect to see Birmingham, the away side, continue their winning run, winning this very encounter. It is away side to win outrightly. That's all for that very game. Okay, and that concludes our predictions for you today on Betcraft. And I wish you the very best of luck. I hope your ticket goes green just as yesterday. All right. Also, try to play responsibly. These are football matches. It may not be what it seems sometimes. All right. That being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions on this very channel. But until then, keep winning.